Hello, good day, guys. Welcome back to our next session of the safety culture. In my previous video, we did look at the three safety myths, and today I would like us to move on to uh, the safety culture itself. I'd like to introduce the topic now. In this topic, we would have to cover uh, uh, safety culture. That's the way to start. We're gonna have look at causes of accidents. We're gonna look at employee awareness. We're gonna look at accident injury prevention, team building, and teamwork. And we're also gonna look at safety accountability, then incentive programs as well. So for the moment, we're gonna look at these aspects as time goes on. So we have like a safety culture, accident courses or causes of accidents, employee awareness, accident and injury prevention, teamwork or team building or teamwork. We have safety accountability and incentive programs. Now, who needs safety? Who needs safety? I believe that everybody needs safety. Everyone needs safety. Be it an electrician, be it a plumber, be it a construction worker, be it an office worker, everyone, be it a driver, everybody needs safety. That's what we're going to be looking at in the subsequent presentation. Now we're gonna look at safety culture. Now I'd like you to look at safety culture. Look at your organization. Do you think your organization has a positive safety culture? That's the question I have for you. Do you actually think your organization has a positive safety culture? You need to look at where you're working now. Look at your workplace. Is everybody working in a safe manner? Is everybody safety aware? Is everybody conscious about the hazards, the risk all around your workplace? We're talking about the hazards in the workplace. We all have different workplaces. It could be a construction site, it could be an office building, it could be a manufacturing site, a production site, oil and gas. It could be someone on the road construction. There's so many things involved. So, do you really think your organization has a positive safety culture? That's what you need to be thinking about right now. You could reflect on that now. Look at retrospect. Look at your company. What are the safety standards you guys do have? Do you guys have training, information, or signages, creating some awareness around the workplace? Do you guys actually have that? Do you guys take part, even as employees in the workplace, do you guys take part in some safety meetings, trainings, audits? So you got to look at all that, and work in that. So with this part, you have to have a safety culture assessment. You need to assess your workplace, assess it if it's okay. You can only achieve that through assessment, inspection, right? Yeah, you need to do that. Those are some of the things that we need to look at. Then I think with those myths, you did learn something from the myth as well. If you actually did review that, you should learn something from it. And to review those myths, I would like us to review the myth. The first myth we looked at last time was what? Accidents just happen. The second was being safe takes too much time and money. And the third was you cannot create an accident-free workplace. Those are some of the things we did look at, which you're gonna work on. So you have to, where do we start now? We're talking about safety culture. Where do we start? You have to determine where you are currently at, or where you're at currently. Look at do you have a written safety program in place? Is your company having a written safety program in place? You have to look at that. Is it actually followed? If actually you have that, is it actually followed? Or just a paper tiger or paperwork that you guys write and put it there? When you write it, just paperwork and keep it there, it's of no use. Do you actually follow it? Is the program reviewed? Normally, if you follow something, maybe yearly or maybe monthly or weekly or maybe once a year or 2 times a year or 3 times a year, it's different companies will have different policies when it comes to that, of implementing that, or different ways of handling that. But is there a program? Do you guys actually have a review program that you update regularly? You have to review the work you're doing. If you did implement that, then you should be able to do review. We need to review and look at the things that we are doing well, right? Then we look at some of the stuff that we need to improve on in the workplace. So you might want to look at that as well. Is there support from management for safety? You have to look at your organization. Is there support? That's where you start. You need to start looking at it from those aspects. Is there support from management for safety? Now, with safety, it begins from top to bottom. It's not from bottom to top. It's from top to bottom. Leadership has to take full responsibility, implement everything, and make sure that everybody is following. So it begins from top. Is safety a priority or just talk, no action? Maybe you just talk about it. Is it a priority? Is it a value? Is it something valuable for your organization, for your company? Is it something valuable? You might want to look at that as well and work in it. When you're talking about the safety in your workplace. Safety hazards inspections done, ID or done regularly. Safety hazards identified, done. Or do you have inspections regularly to look at your environment depending on your working environment? If you're working in a high-risk workplace, do you guys do safety inspection regularly to improve on the safety culture of the workplace? Is everyone aware about that? So that's where I'm going to stop today. I don't want to say much about this, but I would like you to look at this. Look at your organization. One, begin by determining, okay? You need to determine where your company is at now, currently. You need to determine that. That's the first thing you need to start working on. And the first thing you need to do is you do need to have a written safety program in place. Is your company having a safety program in place? That's the first thing you need to do. I need you to write this down. You need to get a pen and a paper. You write this down. Do you have a written safety program in place in your organization? That is how you start finding about the safety culture of that workplace. 2, is it actually followed? Or just a paper tiger or paper thing that people write? Is it actually followed? Or just a script there that people write and keep there in the archives, they don't use it. 3, is the program reviewed and updated regularly? Do you guys review your safety culture program or your safety program and do that regularly? Those are some of the questions you're going to ask. That's just like for audit, internal audit. If you're doing internal audit, maybe these are some of the things you need to do to help improve on the safety culture of your workplace. Is there support from management? Is management responding positively when it comes to safety in your workplace? Is management, you need to ponder on that. Is safety a priority in your workplace or just a talk with no action? And if it's just a talk with no action, how do we address that? Are you guys having a safety guy on board? Do you have EHS manager or HSE manager on board? How do we tackle that? If the safety, if the company is having poor safety culture, how do we actually tackle that? Now you have to look at the last aspect there, which is safety hazard ID'd or inspections done regularly. You need to look at all these aspects. So I'd like you to go back, ponder on those aspects, and hope to see you next time. Thank you.